Hi everyone, how's it going? How you all doing today? Welcome to another live stream with yours truly. If you're new to my live streams, my name's Cliff. I'm an IRL live streamer from Auckland, New Zealand. A lot of what I've been doing is highlighting different IRL gear that I use. In particular, a 4K live streaming camera called Aicoco onAir. We did an unboxing the other day, and I think we should go through the setup steps from scratch. How's our audio? I'm wondering, because it's quite noisy here. Checking in our audio. We are multi-streaming to the Twitch and YouTube, so I want to welcome everyone for joining me. If you did have any questions about IRL, maybe the gear I'm using, then pop those into chat. I'll do my best to answer them. And if you're watching a VOD later on, perhaps on YouTube, you can pop in any questions there. I'll try to answer those. So I try to answer everything. Okay. I think what I should do is take a photo of what I'm using to stream right now, because it is a little bit different from what I've been using lately. How are you guys doing? How's things? How is things? Okay, right. Cool. So, photo. Cheers. Excuse me, got a bit of the sniffles. Alright, so what you should be seeing in a few seconds is my Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. We've got the Hollyland Lark into USB-C receiver plugged into the side of the Samsung, and we've got the Yolanzi JJ02 mini tripod that I've talked about a couple of times on stream. So that's what we're starting off with. So I feel like that would be a bit more of a fair comparison against Aicoco and what you get as a part of the Creators Kit. Okay, photo has come through. I really like this setup because it's really small. It fits in your pocket. That's with the phone. And that's kind of what we'll be exploring with Aicoco. If you are curious, Aicoco did send this to me to review. And I want to explore all the features that it has. There's a couple of things I still haven't done, like multi-angle, the 4K aspect, which I think is through recording. So perhaps you can get 4K when you stream to a platform that supports it, like YouTube. Multi-streaming, we haven't done that yet. So there's still quite a lot that you can do with this camera that we haven't touched on yet. And I don't think I've dialed in the settings as much as it should be. So we're still learning, getting used to the gear. Okay. And if you can see on here, this is my transmitters. I have the Hollyland Lark into transmitter on the top. It's got this necklace thing which comes with the Hollyland. And underneath, we've got the DJi Mic Mini. The audio from that is going to come from the Aicoco. So when we switch scenes to that one, you'll be able to hear the DJi Mic Mini audio. Okay, so this camera, which is Cam 1 and the Samsung, using the Hollyland Lark M2, and this other one, when we switch to Cam 2, which is the Aicoco that I've already got sort of running and working and everything, that's using the DJi Mic Mini. Cool. And then what I'll do is I'll set up the Aicoco that I've got here. I'll stand it up like you would use it, all except for the iPhone. Oh no, I've got an idea. So I'll grab you guys. Okay. So there's our 4K live streaming camera, the Aicoco onAir. It does actually come with a culture adapter in the box. I actually went to my local shop and bought a couple of the culture adapter things, but I didn't realize that was in there. So we should probably do a proper unboxing with this other one to our right. The DJi Mic Mini receiver. In the culture, we've got the DJi Mic Mini 3.5 TRS to 3.5 TRS cable plugged in from the receiver into the Aicoco. And then we've got the tripod that comes with the creator kit, which I really like. It's got a decent height, about 4 foot. Goes up to my chest height. And we've got this phone holder part, which I'm a big fan of. So I really like that. That way you can have the Aicoco app, and then you can swipe out of the Aicoco app to something else, like Twitch, YouTube, or the app that I've been using for the IRL, which is called IRL Link. Now on the other side. So you can hold the whole thing like this, and then you've got a shutter control button, Bluetooth button here. Now, I guess my only concern would be battery life. So how do you keep your phone charged? Don't have to worry about the Aicoco because it's got a hot swappable battery. So you can take the battery out, grab a spare in the bag from the creator kit, and then pop the new one in. Aicoco will keep going. Where's your phone? You're going to need a cable plugged into the bottom in order to have continuous power. But considering the shape of it, I think they'll be fine. Because you're not tugging on the camera like you would with the gimbal and stuff. Okay, so let's do an unboxing. A proper unboxing of what you get in the base kit. So I take this sleeve off. The packaging is really nice. I really like the packaging. So well done, Aicoco. And then the lid pops off like so. Let's put that to the side. And then we've got the camera in here. So it says, I haven't set it up or anything, so it's like a brand new one. Inside the box, got some stickers, manual, all the various accessories and stuff that it comes with. Let me check. So use camera, 5-volt USB. We've got key operations. Basically just the 2 buttons, power button and a shutter button. It comes with this accessory to like a GoPro type fingers. You screw it into the bottom. I would have liked if you could screw it into the side, but the bottom of the that's not really possible. And then you got instructions, QR code here to bring up your website. So pretty straightforward stuff. To connect to a network, live stream, use it as a wireless camera. You've got it will need to do, got a wireless camera setup, OBS, and then USB camera like you would a webcam. So very versatile. I like that part about the Aicoco. So very good. And inside you've got some accessories here. They're packaged really nicely. There's a little tab along the bottom in order to pull it out. So rather than trying to pull each little bit out like so, you just pull this tab on one end, and then you've got the first box accessory. And I'll just open up this box, see what's inside. Okay, so we have a rather long USB-A to USB-C cable. Okay, handy. You ever have too many of those? And that is for the camera so you can recharge it. The Creators Kit does come with a dual battery charger, which is really nice. I really like it. It has indicator lights on the charger, so you can see when one is charged, whether the other one is recharging or still charging. And then when they're both charged, both lights will stay green. So if one's already charged, it'll be fully green, and if the other one is still charging, it'll be flashing. So that's really nice, but sometimes they don't have that independent charging sort of feature. They'll just charge both at the same time, where those were nice thing they did with their dual charger. So that's where, if you were to get this, I'd recommend getting the Codec kit. I've got a pouch here to put your camera in, so the material's quite nice. Bit of that, and inside, yeah, it's got a velvety feel. Got a sticker there. That's that. Can it peel off? Actually, I think it's part of it. So we'll hold on to that. Then, let's see, I'll just close these. Close that one up, close that one up. And we've got one more accessory with the base kit. Pop that one back, pouch, box back in. And in here, have a look. They've got one part of the accessories that comes with the base kit. So it is the sort of GoPro mount that screws into the bottom with this handy dandy little wheel. And then you've got the GoPro fingers down the bottom, which will attach any sort of GoPro accessory. Let's pop that in the box. Then inside, this is something that I completely missed first time around, was this little adapter. So this I really like. So pull this one out. See that it has a cold shoe, so that you can, for example, put a DJi Mic receiver, Rode receiver, or whatever into that cold shoe, and then this can screw into the side or to the bottom, like you see over here. So there's that same adapter, and then we've got the DJi Mic Mini receiver to slip it into the cold shoe part. So this actual accessory is real nice. It's metal, so I really like this. It's too bad that it doesn't have the sort of sort of handle, so you can screw this in. You do need is that a Phillips head or the other type of screw? So you need a sort of flat screw in order to attach that either into the bottom or into this side or the side of it, depending on how you use it. So that the bottom follows the portrait style, or on the side, either of those. So this, I really like this. Yeah, it's much better than the one that I bought from the local shop. So yeah, you want to go through all the accessories, and you probably use both of these. So let's see, stickers and then we've got the list. So I'll put those in, then that one. There we are, keeping the camera out. So I just pulled the camera out. And just pop all these other bits away actually. So I'll just put it on there for now. Excuse me. what I'll do is I will turn on the dual cam feature within IRL Pro. In order to do that, I'm going to have to stop streaming, and then I'll try and resume the stream again real quickly. So 1 moment, I'll be right back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Alright, okay. So, let's move this one to the side. How should we do this? Let's not want to cut back there. I was there already. Perhaps, maybe this way. I think IRL Pro, they'll be able to let me just adjust this thing here. Yeah, update their multicam so that you can switch between one cam to camera through their quick menu rather than me having to stop the stream. Perhaps, let's see, I'm just trying to find the best way of doing this. I'll take off the other Aicoco and then we'll screw it to the top. Alright, sweet. I think we've got something. This is probably going to work. Can you see the screen? That's a question. Try that. Okay, let's power it up. Aicoco. Alright, so first thing we're going to want to do, let me adjust my angle. So frame that. Oh, this is very tricky. I think we had it before. Can you see? Checking the preview. It is a touch screen, so we'll just choose English and then next. I'm going to pop in today's date. So today's date is the 7th. Maybe it might be better if I angle this so that we're looking down on it. Oh, nice. Okay, thank you for that. Awesome. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Thank you. Okay, let's try this. So today's month, December. So 2024 December, and it is the 7th. It's a shame that it doesn't loop back around. You've got to scroll all the way up or down. Is that right? So this is for my local time. And then locally here it is 3:13 p.m. in New Zealand. So we're going to pop that in. Okay, great. Click OK. Alright. Set up the screen, it is on in portrait mode. App setup. If you swipe up from the bottom, you can pop in some settings. All these settings, they are accessible from the mobile app. But you could go, let's say resolution, got 720p, which is HD, full HD, 1080p. They've got what is called DD, or 1080 plus. But in the messaging on the app, it says that you could get some overheating, but it should be fine. So for me, I just go with full HD. And then we've got 4K mode, which is only available on certain platforms. So if you use RTMP, then 4K is an option, or at least so far in my test. So I'm going to go back to full HD. Full HD. Yeah, there we go. So it's currently set to PAL, which means, like for example, New Zealand uses the PAL format, which will be 25 frames per second or 50 frames per second. If you're worried about banding or some sort of light flickers, that kind of thing, then you might want to stick to whatever your local is. So if you're in an area that uses NTSC, then stick with the 24, 30, 60 frames, which is kind of like universal for mobile phones and most devices. So I just tend to sort of change that to NTSC as well. You can choose bitrate of either standard or high. So we're going to swipe up to go to high, and then we'll just leave that for our video settings. You can continue scrolling into the image settings. Now you've got a custom preset, which will either be outdoor or indoor. So I just leave it on custom because, well, we are outdoors at the moment. HDR, you can turn that on or off. I think we're going to go with off. Auto white balance, we'll leave it on there. So you could go manual, and you could lock in your maybe I have to do that in there. Oh, okay, we can do it. So looking very blue right now. So you could dial that in if you know your lighting isn't going to change. But since we're outside, since we're doing IRL, then we'll just leave it on auto. We'll go back. Electronic stabilization, so you can either turn it on or off. One thing to note is you can't have electronic stabilization and HDR mode on. I think we'll turn this to on. So we'll go back. If we scroll up, we've got an EVF, which I'm not sure yet what that does, but it probably is I think it might be compensation. Yeah, it is, okay. Yeah. So we will just leave it on 0. Oh, it was on 0.5, minus 0.5. I'll go to 0. I think most of the auto settings will be fine. We've got a shutter, which could either be auto currently, or it could lock in the shutter depending on go back to auto. Yeah, so based on your frame rate, you could lock that in to double your frame rate, or just leave it on auto. If we keep going, we've got ISO. Set that to auto. I think it goes up to 2000. It'll be easier to show you in the app. To my place, how's it going? How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Metering, I think this is where I got some weirdness yesterday. As I had it on, I think, center. You've got 3 different options for your metering. So we will try one of the other modes based on what happened yesterday. And then you've got 2 options there for your audio, whether you're using the internal one. I think they're pretty new on the scene. Yeah, and I believe this has been now for a few months. They got in contact with me, wanted to know if I'd be interested in reviewing it, and I had a look through their website. I liked what I saw, because they had some features I haven't seen in an action camera before. So I said, yeah, sure. If you want me to check it out, I'll check it out. And then all they were interested in was for me to make a review video. And I could be completely honest with it. They said, yep, that's fine. They didn't pay me to do that. In fact, everything that I've been doing with my live streams is extra, because I'm just genuinely interested in how this works and sharing the whole experience with you guys. But I want to dial it in so that we've got like the best possible settings, because I still don't think we're quite there yet. First day, lots of learning. Second day, we've got things better, including the audio, being able to hook it up to an external mic like what I'm using right now. And today, I think if we make some few adjustments to what we had yesterday, we're going to get the best out of it. Yeah, so I am coming into this fresh, just like you guys. So yeah, I'm learning with you basically. And there's going to be a lot of user error. It took me a while to get the hang of mobile phone streaming. So, you know, what are we, 3 days into this? There's still some learning and adjustments, changes, the way that I stream with this versus my phone. But so far it's been a lot of fun. So we've looked at audio, we'll keep going. Under the general section, we've got ratio, whether it's 9:16 or portrait mode, or 16:9. It would be nice if it could do that automatically if you rotated it, and then it knew straight away whether you were portrait or landscape. Maybe they could roll that out as a firmware update if the hardware is in there. So I think it might need a gyroscope or something like that. There's a mirror mode, so you can turn that on or off. So currently it's set to on, and then grid, which could be on and off. So on, off. Okay, sweet. So that's all we have access to in the settings. So if you just swipe the whole thing down, and you go back to the main menu. Okay, all right. So to go live, you actually need to connect the camera to your phone. I think we might have to switch back to the other one for that, because I've already put all the info in. So I'll just pop you guys up here. They gave me 2 to play around with, because one of the things I was really curious about was what they call multi-angle, and that's where you can switch between multiple cameras, something that I've been playing around with. Yeah, so the way that I'm currently doing multiple cameras, multiple angles, is with like 2 SRT signals or broadcasts go from one phone and from another phone, and then you merge them together in OBS. But there's lots of other ways you can do it. You can use mobile phones on a Wi-Fi network, and then you could switch using a switcher app. This I'm not sure yet because I haven't played around with that part, but we're going to get to it in our testing. I'm going to take this one off. Perhaps I should do it this other way. Unscrew that one, and it will power it down this one here. So the way it starts up, shuts down is pretty decent speeds. I know with some devices like my hotspot takes forever. So this thing, I timed it, it was about 30 plus seconds to start up and to shut down. So this seems a reasonable amount of time. Right, so we've got our second one. This is one that I've already set up. One that I prepared earlier. And I'll just screw that on our tripod. Now one thing I like about this tripod, this head here, it actually sort of rotates, click, 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 into different positions. Sometimes when you screw on like something like this, it just screws in and it'll be like sideways. So this lets you sort of move it. So if I want to have it facing that way, that way, that way, so it sort of clicks. So you screw it on first and then you can sort of reposition it depending on the orientation you want it. Okay, so we're going to power this one on. We've already hooked it up to the DJi Mic Mini. We've got both transmitters on here, remember. So I've got the Hollyland Lark M2 transmitter on this side with the big fairy windshield. That's audio here now, and on the other side we've got the DJi Mic Mini, and that's hooked up to our receiver via the 3.5mm cable plugged into the Aicoco. So we'll power this one up. See, so ready to go already. So pretty decent time. I'll grab my iPhone. Very blown out here. Now perhaps I need to do, we'll focus on my phone. Oops, actually I'll just unlock it and open up the app first. Yeah, okay. Right, so I've already connected Aicoco before. Tap to connect. Connection failed. Oh, oops, that's why I turned off Bluetooth. It needs two connections, Bluetooth and Wi-Fi to work. Now the reason why I turned off Bluetooth was because I needed this headset to connect to my third phone. That way we've got the TTS always working. So I'm just going to go back into my connection settings. So Bluetooth, we'll turn Bluetooth on, so Bluetooth is now on. That's not connected. So off, on. Swipe back. I'll just try that button again. Alright, cool. So we are now connected. Can you see all this? So connected. We can choose one of these four options, whether we're going to live stream, we're going to go wireless to a computer, use a USB cable to a computer, or we can record video. So it gives us those four options from the app. Wi-Fi is not currently connected. I'm kind of curious if we can still do this without Wi-Fi, or do we have to connect to Wi-Fi? Still learning, folks. So I'll just move over here for a second while I just double check things. Actually, let's open up the cogwheel. Okay, so in here, I have to move back again. I think it was just easier to see it this way. Oh, not that way, so more of an angle. So you have all those same settings. So you can go to here, and it's a lot easier to see it from the mobile app versus on the Aicoco. So I've got 720p HD, 1080p, got the BD, so if I tap on that, it'll actually tell us high quality resolution may cause heat up, which wouldn't affect live streaming or recording. So it says that, but I'm like, I don't know, not sure about that. So in my test at home, I've just been using normal full HD. What do you reckon? We'll leave it on normal full HD, this one. Okay, we've got 30 FPS for frame rate, and then we've got standard or high for our bit rate. So I don't actually know what their bit rate is. It'd be nice if it gave us that info. If we scroll down, so we've got the custom scene, outdoor, indoor, go back, and we've got HDR on, so we're going to turn that off. Oops, back, off. So HDR is now off. Maybe I'll turn this on. Okay, right. Custom scene, outdoor, HDR off, white balance auto. I'll show you the white balance in here. So this I find a lot easier than the slider bar in the Aicoco. So we could go choose any of these Kelvin temperatures for the white balance, and then what ISO. So I had it on 800. We'll go to auto. I wish there was like a max value, so you could say maximum 800, no more than that. So that's something I think they could roll out with an update. EV, so you can choose from -2, 0 to 2.0, and then electronic stabilization is on. So metering mode, so before it was set to center, that was yesterday, average center. So I've gone with the average center today, try that out. And then shutter I've got on 60. It is, maybe we'll double the frame. So let's go back to camera. So on 30 FPS for our frame rate, and then for shutter, double their frame rate, 60. So I think maybe they've got that in there in case you want to, if it's too bright, then it could use the shutter speed to make it darker. Whereas double your frame rate would be more cinematic, as they say. What's the minimum ISO on this? So it's 100. Okay, well, we'll just try it on this setting because we didn't have that on that yesterday. We had it on auto. And then we've got external mic is on, and our ratio 16:9 because we've got it in the landscape mode today. Mirror mode is on, and we've got the grid is also on. Cool. Settings, so lots more in there that you can go through. So we've got regional format. I've changed it to NTSC, or you had DAL format there. Go back. Encoding H.264 or H.265. So because we're using RTMP, we're going with H.264. Live backup, whether it's going, you know, if you've got a card in the Aicoco, you can record what you're streaming. So will it overwrite? Will it won't overwrite? So when it gets full, I guess it'll stop. Or will it do turn it off? Then screen window. So if you want it to fill the window, with 16:9 would have black bars on the screen, top and bottom. Cooling fan. I'm just going to leave that to auto. Let it handle that. You could turn it off. Don't know why you would, but it's there. Volume. High, medium, or off. Go down, back, volume, screensaver. So what will happen after 3 minutes? We'll go to screensaver mode. So never So perhaps if you go never for the screensaver, screen brightness 60, auto power off, so we've got never. I'm curious if the screen will stay on, because I like to check my composition when I'm using my phone, and I'd like it if that screen just stayed on all the time while I'm live streaming. Now if we keep going, language, we've got it to English, so we'll keep it on English. Back, language, device info, so won't go into there. Format the card, so you can do that too, or factory reset if you just want to start over. Maybe you completely messed up the settings, don't like what you've done, so you can just use the factory reset. And that's all the settings, so I've been through all of those. Now for us to go live, we click the live button. Need to set up the Wi-Fi, so you do need to connect it up. I was wondering if you could use this without Wi-Fi. Now I have a portable hotspot, 4G one, which I have my Samsung connected to for internet. I will need to connect this up as well. So I'm going to turn on Wi-Fi and it'll search for a Wi-Fi connection. I will just move the camera away for a sec while I do that. So looking for my hotspot. Now hopefully it's saved all the password stuff. I don't have to re-enter it. So I found it, hotspot, and it hasn't, so I'll just need to. I think it's because I connected this up to my home internet. So if you switch to something else, it's got to forget. Just entering in those details. Make sure I just leave it over here. 1, 2, 3, very important. Super secret details. Oh, actually, what was my hotspot password? Probably goes up here for a second. How are we all doing? What do you think of these tests? And let me know what other sort of tests you'd like me to do. Let's see. So it should be connecting to the hotspot. Wi-Fi password error. Oh, okay. Maybe I misspelled something, which is very likely. So okay, hotspot. So 1, 2, 3. Password. Okay. Come on, eyes, don't fail me now. Do I know what the highest bit rate for streaming is? What do you mean by that? On Twitch? On Twitch, I think it's around 6,000. It'll be on Google, someone will already know. But that's what I have mine set to, 6,000. I think if you try to go higher than that, then it's not guaranteed, and then you might get lower. And I believe if you're a partner, a Twitch partner, then it's 8,000. But yeah, I have mine set up to, I think, 6,000 back home. That's my computer back home, connecting to Twitch. Oh, from the, I don't know what the bitrate values are. I suppose they might have that info somewhere. They just have bitrate standard and high. It'd be nice if they actually get, oh no, I didn't press that. Oops. I didn't press confirm. Alright, try that again. Yeah, it would be nice if they had that info, maybe on their FAQ page for the product. Now, if you did want to look it up, the best place is on their Aicoco store.com website, and then they have all the products, all the information, everything over there. I do have a promo code if you wanted to use that. It's 10% off, so it's just it's like my username. So get a bit of a saving there. Okay. Confirm. Alright, so actually click on the confirm button. I tapped away before. Connect. Oh, wait a minute. Did my hotspot restart? It didn't restart. Do I need to be... Oh, maybe my phone needs to have Wi-Fi on. I turned the Wi-Fi off on my phone. Did I? Yeah, I did. Okay. That looks better. Try that again. So both Wi-Fi and Bluetooth were off on my iPhone. When I test at home, because I'm using port 40, my phone can't be connected to the local internet. So I turn that off and I turn off Bluetooth so that I can switch this headset from my iPhone to this other phone, which I use for TTS. Oh no! I have to re-enter in the password again. Well, at least I've got a lot of practice. Oh, hold on. I've still forgotten it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I know the first couple of digits. I was close. Confirm. Good. Hooray. Okay, alright. So make sure your Wi-Fi on your phone, of course everyone's Wi-Fi is on normally, and your Bluetooth is on. That way the phone can connect via Bluetooth to the Aicoco, and then the app can connect to the Wi-Fi of your hotspot. So just a cheapy 4G hotspot that I'm using. And then you're connected. So if we go live, now it gives us these options. So you can live stream just to one platform. We've got two that I'm not familiar with. Then you've got YouTube, we've got Facebook, we've got Twitch, and we've got RTMP. Now I'm currently multi-streaming to both Twitch and YouTube, so I can't stream again. We need to do a multi-streaming test though. Or if you go to multi-stream, under here we have those same platforms. So those two, I don't know. We've got YouTube, so you could check that one. You could check Twitch, and also you could have an RTMP 1 and an RTMP 2. So I could stream to YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and then I don't know, one other platform. All from this one thing. You don't need a separate service or anything. I don't think any of the other like action camera developers have them. No, I don't know because I don't own one. I don't have a GoPro. I don't have like a DJi action camera, a Pocket 3. I don't have any of those, so I have no experience with them. But at least I don't think they do. Right? You just set up YouTube, RTMP, and then maybe Facebook, most of them, and that's it. So it's nice that this has it. So I think app-wise, they've done a really good job with the app. So all these little features, being able to multi-stream to multiple platforms. So if I go back, I've currently got it set up so that this can work with my existing setup back home. So I'll be using the RTMP option. So if I click on RTMP, I have to go away for a little bit. And so RTMP, click next, and then it will actually bring up my URL and stuff. And so I guess if I had a critique, it would be that they could please hide that info. So if I show you here, so I've got it hidden under, very stealthy hidden under my fingers. We've got our camera settings. So full HD, 30 FPS, high, and then it shows my hotspot under there, also the RTMP URL under my fingers, and then down the bottom we've got go live. So press the go live button. Bam. So it is now saying that we are connected. Now for me to switch, no streaming from the cooker. Right, 1 moment. Is my TT still working? Now let's check out other. Oh, it looks very bright. Although it is very bright behind me, even on my sensor, it's bright back here. I look very glowy on the other one. Maybe I've smudged the screen, which I might have. The camera lens. So, let me see. On my other phone, oh actually, what I can do over here on this phone is try and get everything into frame. So I can actually swipe out of this and it won't exit out of the streaming. And then I can bring up IRL Link, which is what I use to monitor chat. So it's going to load up. I'm currently using this other phone for IRL Link, so this one here, so I can hear TTS. But I could have had it connected to this one instead. Then on the deck, so it's my stream deck. Can you see that? Stream deck, I've got cam 2, so maybe we'll go cam 1 plus 2 first. So cam 1 plus 2. And I'm just going to check our stream. Hello? It looks very bright. I think we need a ND filter. Perhaps, what do we have our video settings on? Okay, so I'm going to stop to confirm. Let's see. Make sure there's nothing. Oh yeah, no, okay. Shutter. I'm going to change it to auto. Oh, did you see the difference already? So the screen got a lot darker. So I guess we'll just leave that on auto. Our channel stabilization is on. What did our... Oh, we'll go... Oh no, outdoor is actually correct. Go back. Cool. And we'll go live. Live. RTMP. And check the preview. What do we think now? This way, we're very bright behind us, is kind of sort of trying to expose for me and the sky back there. And then on our phone here, I'm just going to switch to Cam 2, which should just be the Aicoco and the audio from the DJi Mic Mini. Alright, Cam 2. So we should now be on Cam 2. Hello, Cam 2, Aicoco, with the DJi Mic Mini audio. Maybe we'll dial up the, I'm going to bump up our audio gain from the receiver to +6, that might be too high. Is it okay? What do you think about the audio? We're at +6 on the receiver. It's good, right? So I'm going to stop broadcasting from Cam 1, which is this one, our Samsung, and then I'm going to turn off the multi-camera mode. So multi-camera mode is now off with the IRL Pro, and switch to the selfie cam. How's our battery over there? Now, one thing I was thinking about with this setup, the advantage of it is it could be less wear and tear on your phone, because so I think the Aicoco is doing most of the work. I don't know how much work the app is doing. Maybe it's just transferring the video signal from the camera via the Wi-Fi to my computer back home. But yeah, maybe it's less wear and tear on your phone. But that's one thing I have with my Samsung, is because it's doing everything, the battery life has started to reduce over time. So I think that's one bonus, to have a separate camera. And it's nice that you can do the hotspot. So let's show an example or a test of that. I did bring it. Ooh, I think that sounded a bit loud. DJi Mic Mini audio. Perhaps that gain was a little too much. So we're going to dial our gain down to like a point. No, we'll have it on 0. How's our audio? We're okay? Audio okay? So I'll start broadcasting from my Samsung. Start at broadcast. The audio is going to switch to the Cam 1 audio. Better? Oh, okay, thank you. Going to go back to Cam 1 plus 2, which is both cameras. But audio from here. Right, we should now be on the Hollyland Lark M2 audio. At receiver. Now, I'm going to try and switch this camera so you can see me do a hotspot. So, Aicoco video feed shouldn't stop. So let's pretend for a second that we're running out of battery. And if we pull this one up, we've still got quite a lot of battery. Battery should last for like 4 hours. Up to 4 hours of battery left. So I'm going to pop the battery out. Pop. So I've got 2 batteries. Pop the other one in. So that feed shouldn't stop. And then we're still going. So I say for sure, if you're looking at getting this, the creator pack comes with the 2 batteries and a dual charger. So I think that's just really nice to have if you need to go longer, you know. Right, let's switch over here. I'm going to bring up the stream. Yeah. So you really don't have to worry about battery life on this one. So up to 4 hours for this one. Up to 4 hours battery. It's got the internal battery. So if you got the 2, you've got enough for a pretty long stream. And then it does have a USB port up here somewhere so that you can charge the camera. So you can still do that. Now I think, let's see, what do I want to do? I don't want a dual wheel, that's for sure. Maybe I'll just stop broadcast. Actually, I need to switch camera scenes. So we're going to switch into cam 2. Okay, well now back on Aicoco. I'm going to stop broadcasting from here. Also, I just realized that the screen has stayed on. It hasn't turned off, which is what I wanted, because I like to be able to see my composition on the screen. So that's basically what I do when I use my phone when I'm streaming, so I can see the screen on all the time. So it's nice that you can keep the screen on. We'll go for more battery, but yeah, if composition's important for you like it is for me, then you've got that. Just gonna pop these away. Oh, I haven't taken a photo of this here, right? So kia ora, fresh brick. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. How are you? Alright, taking a photo. Oh, not of me. Got enough of those. Okay, can I smile? Jeez. Okay, alright, that photo should pop up to you guys. Actually, I'll take a couple more. So, on my phone, okay, all good, thank you. Thank you for hanging out. Oh, nice. Hello. Right, I'm going to do a peace sign that's going to show up in the picture. Waiting for it to pop up on my preview on my phone. Come on, preview. Catch up already. Yeah, bit of a lag on the preview. Oh, there we go. Doing a peace sign. Got a photo. Other photos popped up. Nice. Nice. That's the one. Great to hear it. Okay. Took that long just to get this photo. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay. So next photo that pops up, you'll be able to see that I'm using IRL Link. Even though the Aicoco app is still running on my iPhone in the background in order for, I guess, the stream to work and everything, I've got IRL Link open so I can see chat, and if my headset was connected to that IRL Link, then I'll be able to hear the TTS from there. But it's currently connected to my other phone. I can control my stream, so if I switch this over, take another photo. Other photo. Come on, other photo. Smile. Great. You post, nice. Champion. You are a champion. Everyone who smiled, you're winners. Thank you. We're going to take another one up here so you can see what's happening on Aicoco. Okay, should be, no, we've got to retry. Do another one of these, so another peace sign, go that way, and cheese. Other thought. Oh, composition was terrible though. Doesn't count. Doesn't count. It's phone to photo. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're okay with that. We're totally okay with a little imperfection. Okay, I think we're done with this. So we need to walk around with our tripod. I'm curious about the electronic stabilization. There will be a slight crop. In fact, what we have now is that cropped image. I'll pop our other Aicoco in the bag. So the nice thing about this is you could actually take it off. So this would work if it was just on the table like that. And then, suppose, it'd be kind of good if you could put it that way. But the way they've made it, it needs, the camera should be on the right side, that side. That's for the correct orientation for the Aicoco. So you could probably put it down on a table or something like this. And it's quite small, you know. Pretty solid. I reckon this could take a couple of tumbles. And there's a little bit of an indent with the camera. So even if it fell flat, I think the camera would be okay. The screen would probably get scratched, a few scuffs. And on the Creators Kit, they do come with a screen protector. I kind of fumbled my one. I don't. So I guess that depends on your internet provider, if you have to pay for it or if it just comes with your service. Is it a pay thing where you are? Yeah, sometimes you have to request it and they'll just turn it on for you, or if it's just there by default. Or it could be an option that you can change if you log into your account. So it just depends on your provider, home internet provider, how they do things. Ah, okay. Let's see. Now, it could be handy if you're going to do more than IRL. So if you're a gamer, a static IP is handy for that. So there are other reasons why you would have a static IP. But if you only want it for IRL, then I think it'd probably be better off going with a service like Elements or IRL hosting. Because you get bonding if you get the right kind of service. Like it needs to be an SRT LA endpoint or relay. Then you could tie that into the, let's say, MIDDLEMAN app if you've got an iPhone, or IRL Pro. Although you get bonding without SRT LA. But yeah, options. Or you could change providers. Problem solved. Go to a provider who will give it to you for free for the same price. So make sure that the internet's not more expensive, like $10 more a month. Then you might as well just stick with who you've got. Okay, so I'm just going to readjust things. Now it's not a gimbal. True, yeah. So there's a couple of ways you can go about it. Now, what do we think? The screen isn't a true representation of what the stream looks like, so I'm quite curious. So I'm just going to play my preview. I think the color science is a little redder in skin tones versus my Samsung. Oh, it's nice that I've got the grid. Is that grid correct? So I'm looking at the screen up here, I can see a grid pattern. Okay. So walking around, seeing how well it exposes for me when I change lighting conditions. So here, light is sort of shining on me. And if I go back this way, it's backlit. Alright, fresh back. Oh good, no worries. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for the alert. Alerts are appreciated, folks. I think this is much better than what we had yesterday. So I think it just depends on that metering mode. It is a big part of it. So I'm just going to walk around here a little bit. What do we think? What are your thoughts, guys? Now usually, if you're used to my live streams, I've been using a gimbal. So it's going to be really solid stabilization and stuff compared to a tripod, But the Samsung, I know you've seen my live streams before I got the gimbal. The Samsung on the selfie screen was pretty bad. There is no stabilization on the selfie camera at all. No electronic or optical. And I think from the preview, what I'm looking at, it looks pretty decent. There's electronic stabilization. I think I need to take another photo. Okay. So smile. Is that in focus? No, retry. Not in focus. Come on, Samsung. That's better. And maybe the light better on the gear this direction. Okay. Lots of photos. I'll go for a little walk. Checking our audio. Got everything, I think so. Alright. So this connection it is HD64 RTMP. We've got that high bitrate, 1080p 30. Electronic stabilization is enabled. External audio on using DJi Mic Mini receiver plugged into the Aicoco. What else? Just trying to think of what other sort of things, doodads we popped into the settings. So when I look at the gear, I don't think it looks too crazy. I think with a phone on the top, because the phone is definitely bigger this way, it stands out more. Yeah, so if I was to put the Samsung beside this, you'll see what I mean.
The big one.
Let's do that. Oh, actually, I don't think I can do that, eh? I'd need to grab the iPhone, take a photo with that. Let's see. Let's find somewhere where we can sit down. What? Yes. So I'll put you guys on slide. Is our stream okay? How's our stream? Whoa, Bucky. Bucky, yes. That would be our team. I think in order to improve that signal, we would need this SRT. RTMP to available, and then SRT signal back to the computer home. That would improve the signal. Right, not that one. Wow. what is least amount of things connected to it as possible. Maybe they'll improve the signal a little bit. Okay. Better. I will say one area that I was in a rough connection. If I had one critique, I wish that the phone holder was separate from the extension that I put on. Refresh. Does that work? Testing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So audio better? Good now. Okay, alright. So I've noticed whenever the audio starts messing up like that, it's usually because of a lag between the video and the audio. And sometimes it takes restarting something for it to sort of rejig itself. Now it's pretty normal. It happens less often with SRT. So ideally, if I could send a signal through like a ballot box, that kind of thing, then it'll be a little bit easier on the connection that way. But the way I'm using it now is how I would with like a GoPro RTMP from that to oh, we're a bit loose here. Let me try and tighten things up. Oh yeah, it's a bit better. It's like a GoPro to my setup back home. So I'll just switch over to another app. We're good. Sweet. Now just check my preview. Get that running again. And Silly Boy, how's it going? How are you doing? Whew. So we're doing more of an extensive test with this. Oh, you know what? When my audio has broken up with SRT, that's using, happened in the early days of Lark's streaming. I'd use our Lark's broadcaster. I think it was more to do with the media source and OBS than the app, but I noticed you get a lot of lag in the video and audio, and then it'll start going all like this. And then through various OBS updates, it seemed to sort of fix itself. It's not something I've had to worry about forever. And generally, I believe it's because the connection was a bit rough and it couldn't really recover from that. And yeah, if I was using an app like, it happened with all of the Larks, IRL Pro, Moblin I've only started using recently, Streamcast Pro, so yeah, several months ago, where I'd hear that the only way I could fix it was by restarting OBS. It would break everything so badly. Yeah, so I have to remote into my computer. Then I have a little batch script file on my desktop. Double tap that. Then it would kill all the apps, restart them, and then it would work again. But of course, when you do that, if you're not fast enough, then your stream is split into multiple parts. Excuse me. Whereas, I just stopped broadcasting inside of Aicoco live, that's their mobile app, start up again, and then it seemed to fix it through that one act. I'm curious if it would work like that with the other mobile apps, like for DJi products and the GoPro products. At least from my experience of using an Aicoco live app, it seems to work well. I just wish they supported SRT. If they could add that in as an update, firmware update for the hardware and software, it would be so big. It would be another way for them to one-up the others. But I don't know if it's a hardware thing. Maybe the hardware needs to be able to support it, not sure. But they got H.265 in there, so that's already quite a bit of work. Oh, it could be a licensing thing too. Aicoco, do that. And there he is. There he is, the bro, DJi Mic Mini. Did you just wake up? Hey bro, welcome to the live stream. How's things? Just go for a bit of a walk around Princess Wharf. Now we go around Queen's Wharf so often. So let's just do a bit of a change. Go around this wharf instead. Oh yeah, of course. He had that gig. That was pretty cool. Pretty cool gig. He had Shafu there, another local legend. He looked good, sound good. I was thinking, oh, what he looks like now. I haven't seen that Shafu fella in a while. He is doing well. Vocally solid. Yeah, that was good. Good times. And great music. Yeah, a lot of fun. Whew. Let's see. I'll see what you mean by having to set up the gig and stuff. Yeah, so I can do 4K mode, but via RTMP, it's not available. It won't let me do 4K. I'm thinking maybe if I was live streaming to YouTube, it might be an option. So I'm really curious about it. Or perhaps I can record in 4K. I don't know. I'm just wondering about the quality as well. What does that look like? It would be great if I could go 4K to my computer back home, and then so for a sharper image. But oh well, yeah, we'll be able to get 4K somehow, whether it's wireless, in that wireless mode. I think USB mode for sure. Recording should be able to get 4K. Well, it was in the name. It was a 4K live streaming. It could be, maybe it's only with those first two platforms, one I wasn't familiar with. Maybe they've worked out a thing with them so I can do 4K. But it wouldn't be an option for Twitch because from what I know, got a lot of wind right here, so good audio test for the windshields on the DJi Mic Mini. If you can hear the wind. Let's see. What was I just talking about? Oh yeah, so Twitch they can do, I think, 2.5K. Yeah, so you got something before 4K, so I can do that one apparently in the beta testing mode. They don't yet have 4K, which is weird, but I suppose for them, yeah, you'd have extra costs if you were to add that. Whereas Twitch is purely a live streaming platform. YouTube has, you know, videos they've got, which is their bread and butter. Yeah, but we'll be doing those other tests. So I'm curious about those other modes. So multi-streaming, need to do that test. Twitch and YouTube, just how I stream at the moment. I use Restream for that. I'm wondering if you can see chat on the screen. No, I think you can. Like on the screen up here, up there on Aicoco, there is a red icon. Now to me it looks like a speech bubble, but it could be for recording. Like it could be saying that there's no card in the Aicoco for it to do a backup recording. But that would be a nice thing to have, is just the chat on that screen. Although brightness, I suppose you can always bump up the brightness, use up more battery. How's our battery? So from what I can tell, so still looks like keeps a battery. Doesn't have a number, it just has a little battery icon. Plenty from what I can see. Just checking out our preview over here. So this is a video test with the Aicoco and audio test with the DJi Mic Mini. Windshield on, got a lot of wind right now. Noise wise, pretty quiet around here. My preview won't play. Alright, well, don't worry about that. I'll just go off the screen up here and then I'll change my iPhone to the Stream Deck. Use that. And then in my bag, I've got my other phone. That's what I'm using for TTS, just in case I need to swipe out of IRL Link up here. With the other phone, I've still got our audio. So play, preview, checking for wind. Oh, well, no, cancel. Don't want to do that. As for what I can see, I think our metering is definitely better today versus before. So we had on center. You'd think center would be correct. Yeah, so now we're on center average for our metering mode. And at least from what I can tell, it looks much better than yesterday. There's one other mode that we could try. I think it was just average. So basically, what the metering means is it's going to check your scene and then try and adjust the exposure based on if the central subject is in the middle, like I am, or maybe it sort of averages everything out. And it's nice that they've added that in as an option. Yeah, because I think probably for most folks, lighter skin tones and all, the first option is probably the better one. Alright, let's try to do a spinny. I think you guys are going to go upside down. Yeah, upside down mode. There's Gaito over there. And back over here. I think it should really switch. It should flip if you're in landscape mode like it is. I think that only really works when you're in portrait mode. Yeah. Yeah, so I think that's because of the metering mode. It was way off. Yo! How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Did we? Yo, I think. What do you guys think? At the moment, I'm in the preview on Aicoco. So whereas yesterday, the screen up here would turn off after a couple of minutes. We found the settings for it to stay on. Here's in Aicoco. Are we back? Are we back? Let me check. We're back. There you go. We're back. Alright, thank you. So yeah, that was our gear. I just remembered as I switched this over to the slideshow mode, we only had with cam 1. And we're using cam 2 right now for our tests. But yeah, there you go. I'm sure I could probably figure out a thing for that, but we'll leave it like this for now. That's hard. Well, one thing I like about my phone setup and using the iSteady V3 is how small it folds up. So that fits in my bag. This tripod doesn't fit in my bag, but it's also taller. And I'm sure I could probably get a mini tripod similar to the iSteady V3 or a gimbal as small as that one that could fit in my bag. Then for the type of setup, well, we still haven't explored all the things that this one can do. So at the moment, this is what you would get if you were to use the Creators Kit. So Aicoco, you can buy the camera by itself, and then you can get the Creators Kit, which comes with this tripod. Like you're biking, riding your phone or gimbal, it's not a big deal. I think that that neck strap thing that we had before, I like that. So they sent me a couple of things to test out and try. So the Aicoco people They wanted to know if I was interested in reviewing their product. So this is all leading up to that, my review. And I kind of like what we've got now, like with the settings and things that were dialed in. We got the good audio from my wireless mic. But I think with this, we could take the Aicoco and then put it on my chest mount and do an e-scooter stream. And I know that they also have a bike mount, so it does screw onto the bike handles. Although they didn't send that to me, I didn't get one of those. Yeah, whereas we did a e-scooter stream the other day with this, but we didn't have the good audio. I would like to do that again, maybe tomorrow. Might do an e-scooter stream with the settings that were dialed in from today, and also the neck phone holder thing that we had, and then pop this on there. So it'll be interesting to see how it looks. Bike riding a phone or gimbal something. Well, definitely not a gimbal on a bike. I don't recommend that at all. It has to be firmly on there. And also there can be a lot of hard bumps on a gimbal, on a bike, which is not ideal for a gimbal. Stabilization, really? Well, we were just using default settings, so there was no stabilization at all. We've got electronic stabilization now. Play Doc, how's it going? How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, whereas we've got the same setup on the unboxing stream. Oh, nice. Yeah. So it was basically default settings, everything. Electronic stabilization is on today, and we've got it on the tripod and everything. So from what I can tell, it looks like the settings are pretty good right now. A lot better from the other day. What a day. Lovely weather. So, I think we could try a scooter stream tomorrow. Do a little zip zap around the city and then see how well it performs. I think footage wise it was okay. I know what the quality wasn't there, so there are some changes we need to do with like the bitrate. I think that was on standard, and when we changed it to the high bitrate, the image improved. So there's a couple of things that we've dialed in since that first unboxing stream, where the pictures are a lot better from them. And it's just going to take a little while of you know, getting the hang of the gear and seeing what works for our needs. First winter run, oh yes. Oh, nice one. Okay. Let's see. Just checking messages. So I am used to reading chat up here that I could do with my Samsung or iPhone. We haven't hooked it up to Twitch or YouTube, and I don't know if the chat would pop up on the screen by the camera. It'd be cool if it did. But the way that I've got things working now, where I'm using IRL Link, I can just look down here. Yeah, we're on the new camera. This is the Aicoco that we're using. I think if I'm doing IRL burgers, just getting you to walk around with the phone is like, well, yeah, I think the most accessible way of live streaming is with the phone. But one thing I like about this, actually, one advantage, let's say if we put the phone in my pocket or somewhere on me. So at the moment it's on the tripod. I think I'd feel I think you might not get a phone snatcher. Go for your gear. So that's probably one benefit of this. Whereas on a tripod, if your phone's up here, and there's some dodgy places, people who just grab your phone and do it. Whereas they're not interested in action cameras, or just, you know, you've got your payment details and all that kind of stuff on there. So this is one way of avoiding that kind of scenario. Yeah, because it's this little action camera thing on the tripod instead. And then my phone could be either on my lanyard or it could be in my pocket. Although I like it up here because I can read the chat on the phone screen, on the phone holder, you know. Let's see. Found the M6. Heating issues with the motor. Have the Rode wireless to transmitter on the gimbal. Transmit on the gimbal? Too heavy heat up. Oh, okay. You mean the receiver? Yeah, it's a bit of a beast, that one. Although, at least in the M6 that I've got, it's a variant of the one for phones. There is like a screw hole, which I think you could attach your receiver to. You could put it on there somehow. Ah, okay. Now you got the Rode wireless too. Yeah, they're quite chunky, eh? Those receivers. It's like my Rode wireless Mini. And with most gimbals, they don't have like a cold shoe, a Velcro. Oh no, you need to screw on somehow. So ideally, like what I've got, I don't know if I showed you, but Aicoco comes with this nice little accessory. It's a cold shoe mount. I didn't notice until I had a look inside the packaging. So I actually went to my local shop and bought a bunch of them when the Aicoco already had it. So let me see. Take a photo. Photo. Okay. Oh, it's got like a halo around the phone, the camera. Okay, so that should pop up for you guys. Any minute now. But yeah, I think if you can find something like that, basically it's a screw-on cold shoe mount, and then you could attach your receiver properly. It'll be a bit better on the weight and everything. Those Velcro can be a bit loosey-goosey. But look into that. Your M6 may not even have that sort of screw hole thing I'm thinking of. Oh, okay, yeah. So I will. I'll still use it. EIT, electronic stabilization. EIT. What is that one? EIT. Better than the M6. Or is it a different gimbal? The thing I like about the M6, the one for phones, is, well, I believe it has the charging port for your phone, so you can keep your phone charged. So I think that's super important, nice to have. And then to keep your gimbal. Ah, okay. Got it. More, whoa, okay. Because it can hold up to, I think, 400 grams. So the payload on the M6 is still quite a lot. What else are you putting on there? Probably bigger, true. I like the form factor of the iSteady V3. I think that's perfect. Nice, small. You can do landscape portrait mode for your device, for your phone. So I like that. I wish it could handle a bit more, and it didn't have the motor protection, or maybe just stronger motors, but same size. What else? Power port by the phone holder. Yeah, maybe that's it. So those are probably my only sort of critiques on the V3. Yeah, I don't like the way that it keeps shutting off. It'll turn sideways sometimes, or yeah, it'll flip upside down or shut down. They need stronger motors. But keep the same size, the way that it folds up and stuff. And charging port by the phone holder. Perfect, perfect gimbal. V4. Or maybe the OM7 will have it. They'll have all those things. They'll keep the AI tracking. Oh, they'll add the AI tracking. How are they called? Tracker device, like the OHEM has. Stabilization was pretty good on it already. Oh, this weather. Lovely weather today. That's a bit much. Hey, it's so much. I think the weight of the gimbal has just about the 200, 300 grams. Able to handle 400 grams of weight. Wait, is that the V3? I think the V3 does 300. Camera and a mic. Okay, got it. MT2, okay, alright. So audio wise, I'm pretty happy with the Mic Mini. I think the receiver could be smaller. I reckon they could do that if they catered more towards mobile devices.
I took a photo.
So they made it purely for that instead. So waiting here. Yeah, so they focused on that for this class of microphones. Hey there, how's it going? How is the Aicoco weekend? I think it's gotten much better from our first couple of streams. Seems really choppy. I don't have the preview on at the moment. Could just be our connection. Let me check. Trying to bring up the stream preview. If it's blocking, that is a connection thing. Yeah, so we've been spoiled by H.265 and SRT, which we don't have available to us with a camera of this kind. So we're kind of in the same realm as an action camera, like a DJi action cam or a GoPro. Oh, okay, right. Audio back. Yeah, that is our connection. Crank up mic, and crank up the mic Mini volume. Actually, we've got a helicopter. No, it is a small plane flying above us right now. How is our audio with the DJi Mic Mini? Can you hear me? Are we okay on our audio? 1, 2, 3. Hello? Oh, okay. Yeah, probably. If you turn your volume down, you might want to turn it back up. We are back. Hello, everybody. Everything turned down, yeah. Okay, yeah, sorry about that. Nice. Me too. So clearly what happened is that was all Hyena's fault. As soon as Hyena jumped in the chat, you know, our audio started to break. I am kidding, of course. Well, that's basically what I did. I just stopped broadcasting from the onAir app, and then let it take a bit of a break, and then I was fine again. Okay, right. But basically, with RTMP, if the connection starts getting weak, then the video will start going blocky, and then the audio will drift, and that happens with SRT as well. I think the best sort of setup for this is if we were on a strong Wi-Fi connection. It is RTMP. Okay. So I have a RTMP endpoint with IRL hosting. I use that for screen sharing, but since the Aicoco supports RTMP out, then all I have to do is patch in the, what do they call it? The RTMP URL, pop that into the Aicoco app when I go live, and then it gets routed from my phone to IRL hosting, and then back to my OBS, where I've inserted the OBS ingest URL. So basically a slight change from what I had for screen sharing. So anything that supports RTMP out, I can use that. Yeah, ideally, what would be better would be for me to go RTMP into something like a BallotBox, and then BallotBox would send the signal as SRT to my computer back home. And then it wouldn't need as much of a strong signal to get there. Whereas with RTMP, you need a really solid connection. And as you guys have noted, it's been a little bit all over the place today. So even though right. So my phone has actually we're on 4G, completely 4G, because my iPhone is a 4G phone and my hotspot is 4G as well. So we're not even getting 5G speeds. So if I had a 5G hotspot, then I think the connection would probably be better. But preferably SRT and H.265, then the signal would look a lot better. And for my OBS back home, the media source, I've got, what do they call it, reconnect delay to 10 seconds. Oh, right. Oh, you got an M6, nice. And it gets hot when you use 5G, 5 gigahertz channel. How's my hotspot? It's a bit warm, it's a bit toasty. So perhaps it's this. Because with the Aicoco app, it uses Bluetooth to connect from my phone to the Aicoco, and then the app needs to connect to a Wi-Fi signal, which is kind of weird because you would think that it could use the internet from the phone. But I've got a feeling that's part of how they do their multi-camera thing, is when all the devices are connected to the same hotspot, then they can switch from one to the other. So that's something I'd like to test. We'll get around to that. Yeah, so that drifting of the audio in the video, it's happened 2 times today. So Aicoco, please release an SRT update. That'll be awesome. I'm sure they could do it through the app. Yeah, if they have, so in the app it supports YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, RTMP. We went through all this earlier. And I'd like to try out the multi-streaming. Aicoco first, so I got a voice. Oh, really? Oh, thank you. Mile. Hello, welcome to the chat. Interesting. Well, it's taken a couple of days for us to get the hang of it. I think if you're used to one thing, and if you just... I need to see it. I think the settings they've got in there are probably the best video settings that we're going to get out of this. And one change that we did was with the metering mode. We changed the metering mode from centered before to center average. So I think that it's exposing for me a little bit better with the metering mode. So I've got a feeling you need to dial in some of the settings, and perhaps they should be default on those ones, on what I'm using today. That's the way, Cliff, is review. Well, yeah, exactly. So we're doing all the tests. Just wondering what's the streaming app you're using, still finding the video for it. Well, earlier we were using IRL Pro. Everything that I'm using today, like right now, is new. I don't have a video on it. So it's actually in my live streams. And then Aicoco have asked me to review the product. So I think once we've got all the settings working as best as it can do, then I'll be able to have an opinion on it. But I don't like to give an opinion on something when I've just started using it, when I've been using a mobile phone for 2 years. So I've had 2 years of experience with a mobile phone. And for me to just say, oh, it doesn't work exactly like my mobile phone, is unfair. Especially since my phone I'm using at the moment, the Samsung S23 Ultra, is like a $2,000 phone. So we're comparing something that costs that much against a much more affordable option. And I'm also wanting to approach it as to who is this for. So that's what I'm going to be thinking about. If you've got a Sony a7 IV and you're using that to live stream, then clearly it's not for you. Because you've got a full frame camera, you might have a live view, you might have this and this and this already, then you're in a different bracket. Just checking the chat. Find a video for it. Yeah, need to do the test. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I've been asked, Cliff, what do you think about it? What do you think about it? And, well, it's still early. It's still early days for me. Listen, for my preview, I think the exposure is looking much better. It is not. Yeah, so if you've got an iPhone, I would recommend MIDDLEMAN. MIDDLEMAN is doing a lot of things that IRL Pro isn't. Yeah, but it's also up against action cameras. Yeah, so it's kind of in the middle somewhere. I'm thinking, all right, so it's not someone who has like super expensive IRL gear. They got a live view, which costs quite a bit per month, plus the hardware, which is over $1,500 New Zealand, and then you'd have a pretty nice camera hooked up to that. So there's that group of people. And then if you're just starting out, maybe you want to start with a phone. But let's say you've got a nice phone and you're in a pretty dodgy area where you think someone might run and grab your phone and run off, then maybe this could be an option for you. Because those people are only interested in the phone. If they see an action camera kind of thing, and if someone took the Aicoco, then I'd be, oh, okay, right. Bummer, that's disappointing, but at least I'd still have my phone, which could be in my pocket. So I'm thinking in that way as well. Also, I think if this was on my chest mount and it popped off somehow, I think it could handle a bump. But yeah, I'm still thinking through that thing, all of that as well. 30 cents, price range, good option, yeah. Mid-coin streamers, not ultra high end, yeah. So if you're obsessed about image quality, so maybe you're like a super perfectionist on how it handles the image, then perhaps something else is for you as well. Not ultra high end, not ultra budget, yeah. So I'm thinking it's somewhere in there. So that's the approach I'm trying to take with it right now. So there is a market for this gear, and who is that market for? Who should they be marketing it to? Also, there's all those other features which we haven't explored yet. So it can multi-stream to Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. So I haven't done that. I've only just sort of I've grabbed the RTMP and then fed it into my existing gear, which is what I'd use with like a GoPro or DJi action camera. So I've done that kind of thing, which I've wanted to do for the longest time. Click gear, and shared me. Yeah, take the gear back and everything. Yeah, one of those Sony ZV-1 or something. Yeah. Okay. This does have a Sony sensor in it. It's a 1/1/8 size, Stavia 2 sensor. All these details are on their side if you're curious about it. I think the aperture on it is f2.8, which is, it's okay if we're sort of looking at the phone sort of class of sensors. Of course, this doesn't have all the computer wizardry that high-end phones have in order to make your image look better. So with, like, for example, the Samsung, I think it's doing quite a bit of over sharpening stuff in it. I think color science is okay. It is a bit muted from what I'm used to. Yeah, whereas yesterday we were getting a lot of weirdness with exposure. I think it's looking much better today. And it was just through that metering mode change. Miles, how's it going? Moblin, so it's spelled like goblin, but with an M. I like to pronounce it Moblin. I've heard other people pronounce it as Moblin. I don't think it really matters. Just tightening up the screw thing here. Yeah, I've played around with almost every kind of mobile setup you can think of. So iPhone, Android, different apps, and now we've got the Aicoco onAir Live app on iPhone, which on Android as well. I did try that out, got that working. and that's broadcasting to the computer back home. So it's nice to be able to do this kind of test, even though my setup back home isn't really set up for it. Alright, preview has paused. Now I'm just going to try some exposure tests. So we're backlit if I point the camera in the sky. So what's our exposure look like? Do I have a halo? Hello, hello. And then how smoothly does it readjust if I chase exposure? About here, well that's probably a little more even. So these are some really tricky exposure tests. So you probably wouldn't normally do this kind of stuff, but I think yesterday I was all over the place with that metering mode center weighted before. Here, this way. What about our white balance? So on auto for the white balance. What about the sky? The sky looks like a pretty natural blue color. Sometimes it'd be a little too cyan, a little too purple, so that dark bluey color. Sky looks alright. I'll switch back to the IRL Link app on my iPhone up here. I wonder if having the Aicoco app in the background affects the signal. Now I know I can continue streaming like this with Aicoco in the background and IRL Link in the foreground, but yeah, curious if it's gonna get some weird audio stuff. Whoa. You guys hear the Christmas music? Got carols being played in Commercial Bay. They had protests, they had soccer team supporters chanting, so there's a little bit of everything today. Got electronic stabilization enabled, so I'm curious about that. What's that like? We had the gimbal on yesterday. I think from what I was looking at, it looked quite shaky. A seat over here, that's a bit smoky. Oh, I think we're okay. So I'll grab this spot. I want to avoid Commercial Bay because the Christian singers yesterday, she got me into trouble on YouTube. One of the songs they were singing was mistakenly picked up by YouTube as a different song. I think it was a Spanish song, when they were not singing in Spanish. That's one thing that frustrates me about the YouTube bots, is when they hear a song, they say this is definitely this song, and they don't give you an option to say, well actually it's not that song, it's something else. Like I know I was playing a Harris Heller song during one of my intros, which you can play on your streams or using your content, and yet the YouTube bots picked it up as something else, something completely different. Actually, it sounded kind of similar for the first couple of bars, and then for the rest it was different. Okay. Well, folks, I think that's us for today. Just going to tap the button to wrap things up. If it'll work. Here we go. So thank you all for joining me today. Let's see what happened in our activity feed. You are welcome. You're very welcome, Deadly. Thank you for tuning in for the chat. Just checking the activity feed. So I can only see activity on Twitch at the moment. So I'll try and add activity feed for YouTube at some point. So Agriculture followed 6 hours ago. So thanks for that. Here's our top 3 photos with a score of 0. Awesome. So we've got another live stream tomorrow. I think we'll just do a chill one, do an e-scooter ride. Join my Discord. Feedback, YouTube. Yeah, Discord. And we've got a live streaming IRL channel on the Discord where you can post anything on there. Discord, that's the one. Is it going to work? Oh, I might have. Thank you, Hyena. See you around. Check my profile whether on YouTube or Twitch. There should be a link for the Discord on there. So if you did want to join, share your work, join the Discord, and yeah. Alright folks, better head out. Stream is ending. So take care everyone. Hope you have a good weekend and I'll see you tomorrow.